together, they all come to the Ron Sedgy Show. So why don't you?
Welcome to Heaven on Earth, a sacred portal to visualizing, meditating, and co-creating our highest joys that usher in the Golden Age of Aquarius. I'm your host, Athena StarSeed. Hi, this is Athena, and this is a show about creating a portal possibility to bring artists and activists into this Aquarian age, which is really about a birthing of a new civilization, about putting our artists and our entertainers and our poets and our dreamers and our potters at the forefront of our heart chakra. And today I am very excited. I met a new beautiful friend who is kind of like a soulmate. And she's also an intuitive, a psychic, a clairvoyant. She does astrology, and her name is Solaris. And I'm very excited. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so much fun.
Tell me, this is so exciting. Actually, let me just do a little opening invocation, and then I want to know how you got into all of this magic. Okay, so let's all take a nice deep breath and exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. Let the Christ consciousness return to earth. In the center where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men, the center which the masters know and serve, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. And may the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so we're in, and you love the Kuan Yin.
I love Kuan Yin. She's my main guide. I love that you have her here.
So do you channel Kuan Yin?
I work with her a lot, yes. She's my favorite. I mean, I love them all, but she's definitely my favorite.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so tell us when tell us from the beginning, when you were a little child. I mean, were you always intuitive? Did you come in awake?
Well, it's so funny. So my mom, actually, she said that I used to see dragons when I was 3 years old. And she had to read me a book called There's No Such Thing as Dragons to convince me that I wasn't seeing these different things when I was a child. And then I think it went asleep for a while. And then when I was 13, I had my first ghost experience. And the ghost told me about my different past lives that I've had, one of which being a lifetime we had together. And then it was pretty active for a while, and then when I became 24, that's when everything really opened and went to the next level. I got tutored in astrology at that point, and that's when I realized that my psychic channel would open every time I would do an astrology chart or see a birthday, and I would just get this like download or this flood of information. So that's basically where it led me to give readings to people and work at different New Age stores, and now Mystic Journey with you.
So for all you fans out there on YouTube, Facebook, and just CRN Talk Radio, we both work at the Mystic Journey bookstore on Abbott Kinney, and we met through work, and she just felt like a sister and a mermaid and a fairy, and just being around her, I don't know if you guys can tell, but she's in the presence of magic. Like it looks like little sparkles are around her aura. So tell me one of the most psychic experiences that you've had that's really transformed your life.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. I feel like I've had so many different, experiences, and I always find it's really interesting when different things will happen. In astrology, you can predict things to the day because there is a precision to it where there are certain degrees where things happen. There are different days where major events happen. So I always find it pretty neat when, you predict when something will happen and then it happens on that day. As major to, different world events to as small as just you get to see the guy you like, So it all ranges.
Let's just break it down to what's important. You get to see the guy that you like.
You get to see the guy you like.
The love in your heart chakra is very important. It does move mountains.
It does. What about you? What is your most psychic experience you've had, you think?
Well, I got a little visitation from an angel, and I had shared it on a previous show, but what happened was I was going through some shamanic breath work, and it was early one morning before the shaman was going to come over and take me through a 45-minute breath bath. And I had had a little trauma as a teenager that I had to make some peace with. And to make a long story short, I got violated as a young woman. And in this vision that I saw, this angel came through the violator, the perpetrator, and told me that God only sends me angels, and that everything was a lesson to be forgiven. So I could expand into a larger version of myself. And I remember when I saw the angel, I felt all this grace like pour through my body. And I just kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I felt love for everybody. I felt love for the perpetrator. I felt love for my family. I felt love for myself. And then immediately after, I walked into my living room, and the shaman had somehow gotten on my property, even though my property was gated and locked. And he was magically just waiting for me. So it was almost like the angel had prepared me to do that breath work, to go really deep and to get to the piece of myself that was open to forgiveness, so that I could move through some of those earlier stumbling blocks.
Wow, that's really powerful.
Yeah, it was emotional. And I think a lot of being an intuitive, you get to review your life and see all of the different hardships that you've encountered. And it gives you this depth of perception, so I always like to see the adversity as lessons where I can help other people that have similar themes in their life. So I've worked with a lot of women who have also been raped. Yeah. I've worked with people who have been crippled. I was in a wheelchair as a kid. Wow. I've worked with people in suicide. My brother committed suicide when I was 20 and he was 19. So it was almost like this incarnation. I was like, just give me everything I need to learn so that this can be the last one. Just pile it on, wrap it up so that I can get it done. Yeah. And it's made me a deeper person. How about you?
Well, yeah, you can absolutely tell. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that trauma really shapes us, especially as children. I'm in school right now, and we're studying about different child development and trauma. And when you're talking about how that happens as a child, I love that you had that angelic experience at the same time, because with sexual trauma, it can really make somebody feel like the world is never safe. And I think that it's beautiful that you had, they call it in psychology, they call it an emotional corrective experience, where you have something that heals you emotionally, either during or after that, which will restore your faith in the world or restore your sense of safety. And so you had an emotional corrective experience at the same time as a violation, which allowed you to hold on to your sense of stability in the world, which is amazing.
Yeah. And I feel that as we are like little souls and we're individuals, that there's this connective, omnipresent field that we can tune into. You know what I'm saying? Like the field, they call it the field, or the noosphere. And so there's all these creative ideas out there, and there's all these things that are happening. And as we keep up-leveling our perceptions, we can tune into that higher perspective, that God awareness. So in the past, it was like, why did this happen to me? And then you have to look backwards in hindsight.
Yeah.
And then when you start waking up, you're like, oh, I know why this is happening right now. And then as a prophetic, we can go, oh, when this happens ahead of time, I know why that's coming down the stream.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a lot of prophetic visions, so that I can actually start navigating, and it's helping me become more into a field of agape love. Yeah. Like a transpersonal love, so that I can encompass all of it. Now when injuries come in, I'm like, oh, look at this fertilizer for for my garden of roses that I'm going to continue to grow. And the growing, it never stops. Yeah. It's always present. Tell me a little bit about your astrology readings.
Oh, well, I can show you if you like.
I would love for you to show me.
I brought my software so I can bring up your chart. And my astrology readings, they're really, really cool. I find that, like what you were saying about hindsight, to be really interesting, because when I bring up a chart, you can kind of go forwards or backwards, where you can say, all right, well, this will happen, and then you can predict it and it will happen. Or you can see, oh, well, this happened, and you'll see why. Or you'll see what your life purpose is, and you'll say, oh, well, that's always why I was interested in, or why the universe gave me this opportunity of this. So I think that's kind of cool.
Well, before we get into my specific chart,
Yeah.
I would like for you to explain to our listeners and our viewers, what is astrology and how does it really work? And is it real? And explain the whole thing about the stars and when you're born and the timing, because some people say, oh, that could be a placebo effect or a self-fulfilling prophecy. So tell me a little bit about the science behind it and how you know you can be so accurate.
Absolutely. I love this question because I find that people do have a hard time believing in the science of astrology. And for a long time, I was kind of trying to figure it out. I was like, I know it's not gravity, so what exactly is it? And I don't understand, because if Pluto's so far away, then how can it still affect us as much as Mercury or the moon, something very close to us? So it wasn't until I read this book by Alice Bailey. She was amazing.
Love Alice Bailey.
Right. She's
love her.
amazing. And she talks about why it's real and why the science behind it, more than even the scientists can talk about. So basically, Alice Bailey was talking about how there's an energy that's projected onto the planet. So it's not so much a gravitational pull as it is an energy projection from these different celestial objects that are affecting us. At first I thought it was gravity because, our bodies are made up of so much water, and if the moon can affect the tides, then of course the celestial objects can affect us as people.
And our emotions.
And
our emotions are water.
Absolutely. So, yes, because it's the amygdala in the brain. Yes. So it's very cool. So it's the energy projection of the planet. So it's like gravity, but it's more on an ethereal level. I think that our science has not caught up to where I feel it will be in the next few hundred years, that we'll be able to measure it with instruments, that sort of thing. So I think right now we don't have the right instruments to be able to measure why astrology works. Because I thought, how can we predict to the day accurately when something will happen, yet it hasn't been proven by science in a scientific method. But yeah, so Alice Bailey has been amazing. She writes a couple of books on astrology that are amazing. So you guys should check them out if you want to. We sell them at the store.
Do you have a name of one of the Alice Bailey books?
Oh my gosh,
There's
I'd
probably
have to look it up. Maybe I can look it up during a commercial break. But because I have one at home, which I really like. They're all in blue covers. And
okay, well,
I'll
all they have
get
to
the
do is
name.
say Alice Bailey and then astrology.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I want to comment on something because, the Doggone tribes, they actually drew star maps on their cave walls, and they were far ahead of our scientific knowledge and predicting celestial heavenly events. And so I think that when you look at the stars, you can see the past.
Yeah.
Because they're so many light years away. And also, too, you can see the future because we had David Alexander English, who was an astrologer, on a couple shows ago, and he was saying Venus makes a complete pentagram after so many hundreds of years. That's the movement that it makes, and that's the shape of our human bodies, and that's the shape of, the spiral and phi, and how beauty gets created. And so everything's affecting everything. And in even your celestial body next to mine, you're giving me a bump. I feel good around you. I feel bubbly. I feel magic.
Do you feel my Reiki?
You're a Reiki master too, yes?
I'm Reiki level 2.
Reiki level 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
you have lots of magic in your bag.
Thanks.
Okay, all right. So those of you who don't know anything about astrology and you're curious about that, on our next segment, we're going to have her read me. And if you want to call in, we'll also have her read you, because we might have a caller on the phone. So this is Athena StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth. And we're here playing in our magic, discovering who we are, and getting lots of little pointers from the universe to go in specific directions to open up our life contracts, so we can get in alignment on purpose and have our purpose serve not only ourselves and ourselves, but our souls and the entire universe. So we'll be right back after these commercial breaks. And I just wanted to put a little plug in here for our sponsor, which is A New Alchemy. And this is Ormus. I don't know if you want to taste a little bit of this. We have it at the store. We sell it at the store.
Absolutely.
It goes right under your tongue. All right. It actually helps your psychic intuitive properties unfold, reboost your DNA, and check out Ormus. It's all over YouTube. You can find out what the magic is behind it. The pharaohs use it in ancient Egypt.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Ah, yes, the warm weather has triumphantly returned, and the yucca filamatusa are in bloom just in time for Mother's Day. And what better place to enjoy the day than celebrating at Columbo's? Why Columbo's? Because Columbo's is family, and family is getting together, enjoying each other's company without distraction. Columbo's helps put ease back into our lives with mouth-watering steaks prepared the way you want, the freshest fish, Italian specialties that redefine the meaning of comfort food, the world's greatest meatballs, jazz every night, and it's all so affordable. Put some ease back into Mother's Day at Columbo's, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Happy Mother's Day. Mangia.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Rain. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Hi, this is Athena StarSeed, and welcome back to our show, Heaven on Earth. I have a beautiful guest in studio. Her name is Solaris, and she is a Reiki practitioner. She is an astrologer. She's an intuitive. She's a psychic. She works at the Mystic Journey bookstore, and she is my new magical friend. And I would love for her to do the reading part of this segment of the show. Normally I do that, but I'm going to give that to her to highlight her beautiful magic because she does astrology. So we have a caller on the line. Is it Heidi? Heidi, are you there?
Hello.
Heidi! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!
Hi.
Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so are you ready to have an astrology reading, Heidi?
Yes. Why are you turning it down?
Okay, I'm going to put the headphones on so I can hear you. Hi, Heidi. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good. So we were able to get your information on break. And so I see that in your astrology chart that you are a Taurus. And happy birthday coming up, which is amazing. Yes, you may be realizing that you're in your 3-week time period of completions in your life. Before somebody has a birthday, the 3 weeks before that is a time period of endings and releasing so that you can start your new beginnings on your birthday. And so for you, you'll feel like you've had some endings and you're going to have a few more coming up. And this is a good time period for you that releases blocks. Also, you're born on the new moon. Your moon is in Taurus as well. So you are somebody where new moons are very important to you. So each month, it's important to pay attention to when the new moons are. So that's when your major events in your life will happen. You are a Cancer rising, so the time of day that you're born, 10:29 a.m., makes you a Cancer rising, which means that for you this month, as we are just entering Taurus, as of basically today, you're still in a little bit of your midheaven, which is you're focusing on career, and then you're going to be progressing into, in the next 11 days, you're going to be shifting into your house of friendships. This is also a time of networking for you. Yes. So you should be meeting some new friends, especially on the new moon. It would be an older woman, where the moon represents older women. So you would be in that section of your chart. What questions do you have for me so I can answer them for you?
Yeah, about work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you are in your midheaven, so that is a time period of career. So you would be focusing on that, as well as for a Taurus, your financial security is something that you need most in order for you to feel safe and stable. What's going on at work right now that I can help you with?
Well, I'm in transition.
Mm-hmm. That usually happens during the 10th house. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right on schedule.
Okay, good. I got him on time.
You are absolutely on time. And you know, your midheaven is in Aries and a little bit of Taurus in it. So have you ever thought about going into business for yourself? That can be scary for a Taurus, but in Aries sometimes can be an entrepreneurial energy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've been in business for myself many times,
mm-hmm.
for many years.
Okay.
And right now I'm not, and I'm thinking of switching it up, but actually I'm really confused about it.
Okay. What's confusing you?
Just the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. I do something that I really like, but I have to travel constantly, and I don't really want to travel anymore. Mm-hmm. I just went on a new interview that sounded wonderful, and then when I started thinking it all through, it doesn't pan out financially. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just sort of at a standstill.
Yeah, because I feel like with Taurus, they feel very comfortable, especially with a Cancer rising combined with that. You do really want to feel rooted. I can see how the travel can make you feel up in the air and uncomfortable, even though you do have a Mercury-Venus conjunct in Gemini, which is about travel. So I can see how it will tie into your career, but it can make you feel uncomfortable. I would say that for you, that again, also, and you're saying you want the money piece to also, be solidified in there. That's important for you to feel comfortable as well. I would say if you were to keep looking in the next 11 days, I wouldn't be surprised if you were to get a job offer that would be something that you would feel more comfortable and safe with.
Oh, good.
Yes. And then again, remember, pay attention to when the new moon is. So for you each month, that's going to be when you will get new beginnings. And you are going through a time period of endings. So leaving your current job would make sense.
Oh, good.
Yes.
And I just want to add this before the commercial break, Heidi. The mind is the builder. The imagination tuned into the heart chakra creates the material universe. So write down on a piece of paper, get your crayons out, and color the job of your dreams. We'll be right back after these messages. This is Athena StarSeed.
Okay, thank you.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Manetti. Go to LarryManetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. There is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryManetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Ah, yes, the warm weather has triumphantly returned, and the yucca filamatusa are in bloom just in time for Mother's Day. And what better place to enjoy the day than celebrating at Columbo's? Why Columbo's? Because Columbo's is family, and family is getting together, enjoying each other's company without distraction. Columbo's helps put ease back into our lives with mouth-watering steaks prepared the way you want, the freshest fish, Italian specialties that redefine the meaning of comfort food, the world's greatest meatballs, jazz every night, and it's all so affordable. Put some ease back into Mother's Day at Columbo's, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Happy Mother's Day. Manja.
A New Alchemy. ANUALCHEMY.com. www.anewalchemy.com to find Oramus and other Siddha medicine. These substances support the unfolding of consciousness in a body when added to prayer and meditation on a daily basis. In ancient times, Cleopatra called Oramus milk. She said, "I bathe in milk to stay young." And the Jews called it manna from heaven. This substance accelerates, amplifies, enriches your prayer and meditation. It is a generic substance that is powered by love. It's compatible with any tradition, any religion. Your prayer and meditation will take you to a deeper place for your interaction with Spirit. ANewAlchemy.com. ANUALCHEMY, all one word, .com.
Supreme grace, lay rain down through me. Supreme
Hi,
grace,
this is
lay
Athena
rain
StarSeed,
down
and this
through
is a show
me.
called Heaven on Earth. And I'm so grateful for our sponsors, A New Alchemy. And I just want to tell you, I've been doing a lot of research on this Ormus Gold. I've been taking it now for 8 weeks. And basically, it has properties to actually reboot your DNA. Just like a lizard or a salamander can regrow their tail. There was a kitty cat who actually, in a storm, had a building fall on them and cut their tail off and started being fed Ormus. There was like a little Ormus cream, and her owner let her just keep licking the cream. And after 4 or 5 weeks, her tail 5 inches regrew off of her body. And that's on YouTube. And I was like, oh, wow. So our DNA is pretty magical. And what happens is when we have the right nutrients and minerals, and this is monoatomic gold, that we have access to our dormant potential psychic and intuitive abilities. And in the New Testament, Jesus said, you will do greater things than these. Walking on water, raising people from the dead, being able to fast for 40 days, healing the sick, walking through a community and having somebody bump up against your robe and feel grace and bliss. And why aren't we all doing that? And there's a purification process that happens. And when we start really surrendering our will to the divine will, then magical things appear our diets change. We start cleansing, we start fasting, we start doing more green drinks, and we start becoming more in tune to the celestial music of why we're here and what we're doing. And today, I want to go over the star card, and I'm going to show the camera here this little star, and I will have Solaris give us a little decoding on what she sees in the star card.
Well, I love the star card, actually. In astrology, each tarot card can represent astrology as well. The star represents Aries, which we have just left. So it represents, I would say, our recent past. The star is really beautiful. I like how it connects to astrology with all the celestial energy of it. And also, I feel like it represents success and victory, especially in career, being seen, being more in the public eye. And I feel like that when you get the star, it means that whatever endeavor you're working on or wanting to have will come true. So I love this card.
Let's go back to Heidi.
Yes.
Heidi, you're a star if you're still watching this. No, it's okay. I just want her to know that we're thinking about you and being in your highest light in your career, being the star of your own life, being on the center stage. And back to the tiny little bit, the little note before we went to commercial break about using crayon magic. And so I'm just going to tell a brief little story to motivate everybody out there, just like Heidi, who might be in a transition with their career, is that the mind is the builder. Edgar Cayce was one of our most profound psychics of the last 100 years. And basically he had three main things: that spirit is the life force. It's the electricity that runs through the light switch. You're the light switch. You want to turn the light switch on, right? By doing the things so that you can be receptive and listen and then tune in. And we're all given a mind, and the mind is the builder. And inside of the mind, we build with our imagination the constructs that we'd like to create that we put into this third dimensional form. So I'd like to motivate everybody today to get their pack of crayons out or paints and draw on their blank page or paint on their canvas the life that they would love to live in. Do you have a partner in your drawing? Are you doing a photography studio at your own home, having people in? Are you doing some type of a show or a blog on social media? How are you giving your gifts? So draw all of that. You know what I'm saying? Are you in Hawaii? Where is your location? What are your tastes, your touch, your smells, your sight? All of those things. Bring those colors and those senses into your picture. Then take your picture. I like to put my picture on the mirror in the bathroom so that when I go to the bathroom and I'm brushing my teeth and I'm doing my daily morning rituals, that I'm looking at myself and then I'm looking at my present future. And I'm bringing that present future and myself into union and into harmony with one another. So for the star, she is mastering her emotions and also mastering the material world. She's the heaven and she's on the earth. She has got 2 pitchers of water that she's pouring like the Aquarian age, where she's blessing all of the stars. There are 7 stars around her, which are the 7 chakras that say she is clear, clean, and illuminated. And also then there's a star right above her head. And that star above her head is like her soul star. That's saying, yes, I'm plugged into the divine knowingness, into the central sun, knowing that the Father's will, the Mother's will is my divine will. And when that happens, all of these chakras spin and all of that light starts getting produced. And Edgar Cayce says we have 7 major talents on each chakra, 7 major gifts that when we're in harmony with divinity, that we're going to be exceptionally wonderful and magical on 7 different dimensional gifts. So Heidi, photography, also singing and communicating, facilitating. You're a fantastic teacher and a leader and a beautiful friend. You're very well experienced in the mysteries and the esoteric traditions. Having gatherings, you have a home. You can invite people into your home and start opening up your own temple and your own lighthouse and receiving donations for that or fees for the classes and having people start to come in, and you're a community gatherer and a builder. So stand in the sun of your own light and be your own shining star. And I bless you to the light and the love of your allowing to be on purpose. And may your mission be commissioned right here, right now. Pixie dust and fairy dust to you. All right. So moving right along. I think you have my astrology chart right now.
I do. Well, I will. All right.
I'm excited about that.
Yes.
I haven't had an astrological reading in a long time.
Oh, well, this is going to be fun.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to put your information in. Do you mind telling me your birthday?
Yes. It's February 22nd.
22nd February.
And
Yeah.
you need the year?
Yes, you can
Okay.
whisper it to me if you want.
No, in 1970. I'm okay. I'm
Cool.
ageless. I'm timeless. I'm infinite. I've had 100,000 lifetimes.
That's awesome. Do you know the time of day you're born?
Yes, 9:15 p.m. I was a nighttime baby, and my mom said she didn't even smear her makeup. I popped right out. I was so excited to come into this dimension. I was like, let me in.
Nice. And what birthplace were you? What city were you born?
Greenbelt, Maryland. I was on the East Coast, born in Maryland, raised in Florida.
Cool. Yes, we were talking about that in the store, that we're both Floridians, and that's awesome. And actually, it's funny, too, because Edgar Casey was a Pisces, just like you are. Yeah! So you guys are very connected, for sure. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. So I see your astrology chart. There are some things about your chart that you do already know. So you are a Pisces. You are a Libra rising. So the time of day controls your rising sign. So you're a Libra rising. You are a Virgo moon, which makes you be an emotional healer. You're born on the full moon, which means that full moons for you are when life events will happen for you each month. Wow. And your moon and your sun are right on your north and south node, which are your past life and your destiny planet or your life purpose. So your past life planet is Virgo, where your south node is Virgo. So you were a Virgo before, you were a healer, you were in communications, you were very good at anything written or spoken, and you were a true healer. More on the medical side of things, though. But because your moon, which is a feminine planet, is conjunct to your south node, which means it's close together, that means that you are a moon in a past life, so you are a woman. So you're a woman and you live to an old age. So you're a wise, wizened healer, crone, which is beautiful. And
I want to relabel crone to wise woman.
Crone is wise woman. Yes.
Wise woman.
Yes, I would love that. Mature, experienced goddess.
Goddess.
Yes. Your north node is Pisces, which is right on your sun sign. So you come here this lifetime to become more spiritual. You've had lifetimes that were like emotional healing, but you do come here. You wanted to embrace your psychic gifts, which you are doing. You wanted to embrace your sense of faith and spirituality so that when life gives you times of transition, you are meant to be able to rely on your sense of faith and your intuition to get you through it, to take leaps of faith. Some people who are born 1970 were more atheist in your lifetimes. In your case, I feel like it wasn't a complete atheism because you have that moon, that very strong emotion. I feel like you had that intuition, but I feel like you really wanted to expand upon that now, and I feel like you really wanted to come into a lifetime when you were psychic. So basically, your life purpose is to become psychic, to be a healer.
Yes!
So I think you're on track. This is great. Your Mercury is Aquarius. So there's your Aquarian energy coming through you. That means that you are 2 years ahead of yourself and that you can predict the future. So that's great. And you'll also be ahead of trends and be able to predict things in that way. And it's interesting, your Venus is in Pisces, which is 11 degrees, and your North Node is in Pisces, 11 degrees. So that's 1111, which is a very magical number about wishing. And so your Venus is on your destiny planet. So you also come here as a destiny to embrace Venus qualities, which is beauty and anything in the beauty industry. So like anything artistic, anything hair, clothes, makeup, jewelry, anything with art, anything with music.
Purium, the detoxing, the cleansing to make your skin beautiful. The Ormus is like a natural Botox. Yes.
Exactly. So all of this. So that very Venus archetype energy, you're meant to embrace that. Yes. So you've been the moon before and now you're coming into Venus, all very feminine, very goddess, which is beautiful.
And we're in Venice.
Yes.
We get to do our psychic readings in Venice, which is like, I feel like is like the little tiny encapsulation of Venus to usher in this new golden age of love, that heart chakra opening. We're right in the stream of that, right in Venice, California.
What's interesting is actually Venice's north and south nodes are the same as yours. So yeah, your north and south nodes, your past life and your destiny planet, life purpose, are right on those of Venice. So you're completely in the right place.
and I just want to let everybody know that like at the moment that you're born, the universe takes a little snapshot of the stars, and she's reading that little snapshot of the stars. So those influences, when my soul came into this body, it had certain alchemical draws. And scientifically, we are made of star particles. So our star particles operate like stars. We have little tiny orbits all the way down to our quarks and our atoms and and all of our cells. Everything is spinning in spirals, and our life path kind of goes not in a circle but in a spiral. We get a lesson and then we get a little bump up, and then we get it again on a higher dimension, then we get a bump up. And so we continue to learn about ourselves by seeing as above the stars, so below. And just in that, I just want to also give people the power of their magic wand, their words to be their wand, and their magic spells, and their free will, once in alignment, surrender to the divine will actually help your destiny unfold. Because like Shakespeare said, our future does not lie in the stars, dear Brutus, it lies within man. And what happens is we get the navigational pictures. Yes, there could be rain today. Should you wear a raincoat? Well, bring it just in case. Do you see what I'm saying? So when we're looking at these forecasts, we tune into ourselves. Like Venice feels good for me. It happens to be right in harmony with my chart. I'm a lover. I am a lover of knowledge, of the sacred wisdom. The arcana, which is the sacred knowledge, are just little tiny mirrors of what a soul will experience in an entire lifetime. The 22 different lessons that we'll learn to become more God conscious, or what they call the world, knowing the world, then returning back to the beginning as the Fool, to be completely zero, to be empty, to be nothing, and to be all full at the same time. So does it say anything in there about my love life?
Oh, absolutely. Is there somebody in particular you'd like to look at with you?
Yes, I
Yeah, of
would.
course
Do I have to
there
know
is.
their birthday? I hope not.
Do you know their birthday?
Oh my gosh, they're a Leo, but I don't know if I can go into the whole thing.
Okay. So a Leo for you is in your 11th house of best friend. So they would be somebody that could connect to you as a best friend and a lover. So that's beautiful. Interestingly, your Lilith is in Leo. So Lilith is the dark moon, or it's like your shadow self. So I would say that this person might bring out some like carnal primal desires. So
you think?
Right? So that's always cool. So that's cool. Now, Pisces and Leos, I do know a lot of Pisces and Leos that actually are married, that have beautiful marriages.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
yeah, and they're both very romantic signs. So
they are.
Absolutely. Do you know anything else about this Leo's like birth year, or you want to whisper it to me?
No. We're going to just keep it general.
Okay,
but
keep it
here's,
general.
But here's what I do want to say is because my sign is Pisces, and I'm kind of like the mystic of the zodiac, so I'm a little bit of all of the signs. Yet I'm at the end of that. Where is the Leo in consciousness and awareness towards that Pisces? Because I know that Pisces usually and Virgo are
opposites. Yes.
right.
So the person would be right before the Virgo energy. So they are the 5th sign. Sorry, no, not. They are the 8th sign. And so they are, I would say, 5th sign, 8th month. So so they're right before the halfway mark.
Okay, so so I'm entertaining that. I think everybody that incarnates has this desire to be with their beloved and their soulmate or their twin flame. And for me, when I'm channeling, the purpose of those twin flame relationships are actually to make the world a brighter place through the love, through the coupling. So like a Claire and Mark Prophet situation, or an Edgar Casey and his wife. They worked together.
Yeah.
And so with a lot of the light workers now, I think once we start coming into our own star card, then we are looking to bond and come in with that starlight energy, fully whole, holy, and complete, and then share that love with a partner.
Yes. Would you like to do us draw tarot cards on him?
Oh my God, should I just hand you the whole deck?
Yes.
Of course. Okay. This is so fun.
I love it.
You know what I love about the tarot is the tarots are little tiny fractal mirrors of who we are and where we're at. And they can give us little signs from our shadow self or our blind spots in our subconscious. And Carl Jung had a lot to say about the archetypes. So yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have 6 seconds, so we can shuffle.
Yeah, we'll
and
shuffle.
Then when
We'll
we
come
back
back
from
for
the break. We'll hear my tarot reading on my love life. And the first thing we have to do really is fall in love with ourselves. So I want to just say that at my young 48 age, I have done a marriage to the higher self, and I do feel the self-love is a huge piece of the transformation. So thank you so much. This is Athena StarSeed. This is Solaris. We're our show called Heaven on Earth. We're on CRN Talk Radio. And if you enjoy the show, please share it, tell people about it, like us, and we will see you here every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Hi everyone, this is Fred Dreyer with some breaking news. My new movie, Highway 395, has just been released. Highway 395 is my latest movie and is now available for all of my friends and listeners to own. Highway 395 is a classic modern-day Western thriller. Action, romance, and the frontier spirit. It's all there in my new movie, Highway 395. Now, here's the best part. You can own this movie tonight by going to my brand new website, freddryer.co. Head to my website now at freddryer.co and check out the trailer. Then order the movie for a great night of entertainment. And while you're at freddryer.co, check out the memorabilia and my career highlights. But don't forget to order my new action thriller movie, Highway 395. So head over to freddryer.co. That's freddryer.co.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
The legends of Ka'anapali Luau at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel will take your breath away with an abundant feast, spellbinding dances, and music from Lei Pono Productions. Be greeted with a lei and browse to see island crafts made by local artisans. As you hear the pu or conch shell blow, your luau experience will begin. The featured entree is a whole roasted pig and a bountiful menu of some of Hawaii's favorite food choices. Oh, you can't forget our famous made in-house taro poi. As your night comes to an end under the spell of the moon, be amazed by the famous firewalk. By the end of the night, you'll be full, and we hope you'll have made new friends and some forever memories while you continue to listen to music from Maui's local Hawaiian musicians every Monday night at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Call 667-0128 or visit legendsofka'anapali.com for your exciting island adventure.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Rain. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace,
Hi,
light
this is
rain
Athena
down
StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth on CRN Talk Radio. And I have in studio my beautiful fairy friend, who is an astrologer and a Reiki practitioner and an intuitive, works at the Mystic Journey bookstore in Venice with me. And she was right in the middle of a juicy reading, and I was talking about my love life. So you have my significant other's
It's
stats.
true. We have this mystery man. Okay, so what I love about this is his moon is in Pisces.
Oh, his moon's in Pisces.
Which is on you, number one, which makes you guys very compatible. But more than that, it's on your destiny planet in Pisces. So your destiny planet in Pisces means that you are destined to fall in love with him because the moon is emotions. Also, your Venus is in Pisces. So his moon and your Venus are conjunct together, which makes it a very sweet pairing. It's very loving. So that's beautiful. His Venus is in Virgo, which is on your past life life planet and on your moon. So that's more moon Venus energy, which is again love to heart. And then it's on your past life. So you were in love before. So it's a really, really strong connection. He is, let's see. He has Pisces in his 11th house of friend. He's a Taurus rising. So he has Pisces in 11th house of friend with you, and like you have for him. So there's duality there.
Right.
And it also trickles into his 12th house of spirituality. So you're going to help him expand himself spiritually. So that's beautiful. For you being a Libra rising, that makes Aries be in your 7th house of relationships. So last month you would have, or the last 30 days, you would be focusing on relationships. Now we're in Taurus, which moves you into your 8th house. That's a Scorpion ruled house, which is passion.
Passion.
Yes. So this is going to be a very passionate month for you. So I like this for you. So this is really good. In regards to the tarot cards, we'll just do a 3-card spread because I know we're out of time. So the card will be the past. So the card I get for you in the past is the 9 of Wands, which represents that the battle is over. Leos can be a little, feisty. So if you guys have been, yes, on that train, it means that the battles are over. So you're coming into a time period of peace. Then you have the moon, which it represents, again, his moon is in Pisces, which is you. Your moon, it's very compassionate, compatible with him in many past lives. So the moon is a very important card for the two of you. It represents, the literal meaning of the moon can be a little different, but I would say in this love reading, I would say it represents emotional connection and love. And to look at the moon in the charts, which represent the past life love that you guys have, which is beautiful. And the future is the world, which is beautiful, which represents a world of possibilities. So it represents so much potential between the two of you. I really like the compatibility of your charts. Not only that, but your past life Virgo energy is in his, let's see, yes, it would actually be in his 6th house of work. So you guys have worked together before as healers, and your career was very important to you in that lifetime. So love gets to be more of a front seat in this lifetime. And his past life planet is Cancer, which for you, it fits in your midheaven. So you guys have actually had lifetimes where you guys have been in love, but you also have had career be a forefront. In this lifetime, you don't have to do so much career, but if you wanted to, it would probably be very compatible for you to work together and do a project together.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. This is so exciting. I really want to have you back. I think you're incredible. You're very intuitive, super sparkly. I don't know if you guys can feel her energy, but I can feel it from here. And I just feel like I'm floating on bubbles, bubbles and pixie dust. So listen, you can give us your website again?
Yes, you can go to my website, www.fairyastrology.com.
And what days are you at the Mystic Journey to get readings?
Wednesdays and Friday evenings.
Wednesdays and Friday evenings, and I will be there Wednesdays in the morning, and a couple days next week. I think I'm there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week, and then Thursday I'm at the Mystic Journey Art Gallery. Anyway, we are two beautiful blondes that want to send you love, light, and empowerment, and we wish pixie dust and love all over your dreams and your hopes. Be who you came here to be. Stay tuned and share the show if you enjoy it. We'll see you in the present, creating future heaven on earth. Thanks a lot. This is
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car, catch up on all the shows you missed, or listen live to your favorites. Download our CRN app from your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Just search for CRN Digital Talk Radio. Or search for your favorite CRN shows on apps like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, AHA Radio, uTunes, and Nobex. Now you have access to all of our great shows anywhere in the world and the ability to be part of them by calling our toll-free studio line at 800-336-2225. For more information on where and how to listen, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.